Hello everyone, welcome to Chaudhary Data Watch channel. Today I am here with a new video on SQL series, that is under the TCL commands. We are having additional one you may say command, that is index or the concept that is of indexing. So we will be watching how to create indexing, what are its benefit and why we even use it, how to drop the index we have created. All these things we will be watching into this particular video. So let's get started with the video. So this indexing is nothing but the technique used to improve the performance of data retrievable operation on database table. That means suppose if you are having a very big data table. Now in this table you need to query some of the things. Suppose select a star from employee table where employee ID is equals to something. Suppose this query you want to execute on a very big table. Now what happens is, if you will try to execute this query, this may take some time. And why this will take some time, you can make analogous of this particular story which I am going to tell you right now. That if you are having a book of suppose 100-200 pages. Now I told you to find out one lesson which is named as, you may say, ABC or XYZ, anything. So that particular lesson, if you want to find out from that particular book, you will start finding out by page by page, right from page number 1 to till page number 200. You will just go through each and every pages, and then you will find that where this particular lesson is mentioned over there. So one scenario is this, with which you can find out the that particular lesson. But if suppose in that particular book only you are having one page where you are storing one index, so there you are storing proper index over there on the first page. From the first page itself, in this particular scenario, you will be able to find out that where this ABC lesson is mentioned. You can find out the page number from there, and you can just go on that particular page number directly. So what it saved? It saved the execution time of the searching out each of the data, you may say. So similarly, same use case is applied over into the database as well. So when this particular query will select a star from employee table where your employee ID is something. So when you are finding, or you are going ahead with this particular execution of this query, it might end up with taking some time into it. But if you are having the employee ID column indexed, so it will definitely take some space into your storage, but it will make your query very much faster. It will make your query very much optimized, which will be ending up with having less time consumption in executing that particular query. So this is how indexing works in layman term. But if we want to have technical definition, it is the technique to improve the performance of data retrievable operation on database table. Also, this allows database system to perform efficient search algorithm because we are having various search algorithm, right? Binary search algorithm and such, many such algorithms are there, with which searching operation goes on into any particular table. Now the efficient algorithms dependent on this index concept. That means it need that index to work efficiently. So for them to execute that algorithm fastly, we need to have creation of index into our whole database, or you may say into our whole column onto which we want to execute the query. So the benefit of indexing, you must have got that it ends up in fast data retrieval, improved query performance, efficient joins. Of course, if you are joining two tables and if you are having the indexed column into it, basis of which you are making the join, it is going to increase your speed. Now this whole indexing, in this indexing, where does it apply? It doesn't apply on means if you want to have applied on each of the column, you can't have a shortcut solution for that for all column you can't apply directly. You need to explicitly mention which all column you want to index, and that index name we need to provide. You may see over here the example of it, that suppose if you are having employee new table. Now in this table you want to have this last name indexed, correct? So you will do what? You will create index with the index name of in IDX and underscore last name. This you can take any of the arbitrary thing on employee table with having this particular column. We can have multiple index column as well, which can be done via this particular syntax that create index name on the table with having columns separated by comma. That's it. Now the drawback, there are few drawbacks as well of indexing. The drawback is that you need more storage, of course, because now this time you need to store your index as well into the data memory. So you need more storage and slower data modification like updating. This particular point is very important, that when you index some particular column into your table, it will fasten up your query, it will fasten up your search, filter or sorting operation, but it will slow down your modification process, because this time you need to all these things are going behind the scenes. This particular when you go ahead with the update or insert query, then of course it will end up with having some index operation as well, correct? So it also takes time, so that at that particular scenario it becomes slower when you have the modification, data modification, that is update, insert or delete. So these are the you may say syntax with which we can create our index. Now the question comes that for some particular, suppose table employee new, you don't know that how many indexes are existing over there, on which column it is getting applied, that index. For that we are having this select star from sys.indexes, where object ID is equals to object ID employee new. It will give you all the indexes and all the information about this employee new. I will execute this in front of you so that you can get aware how it is getting executed. Now at last, to drop the index, we are having simply drop index name on what table you want to drop it. So that's it. I will just move to the SSMS so that you can be having real-time experience of each of the thing. I will just refresh the table so that we will check if the employee new table is already existing there. Yeah, you can see here that employee new table is already existing there. So this is the table which we have created. After that, we want to create one index, that is with whatever we saw into the PPT, that for last name we want to create index. For this, what we will do, we will create index. This is already existing there, so it is not able to create. Now let's move ahead with having composite index together. So suppose this is called as composite index, in which we are merging, or you may say we are indexing on the basis of two columns, that is last name and department. Once we execute it, the corresponding index is getting created, that are now on this column. Ideally this particular index and this particular index is over there. To find out what all index is existing over this particular table, we will execute this select star from sys.indexes, so that we can get what all indexes are over there. So you can see that these two indexes are there with index ID and whatever this particular things. Right now you need not to bother, just you can just mark it that these two indexes are over there. Now if you want to delete those indexes, just you need to do drop index last name. Suppose this particular index has been deleted. Now if you will execute again this query, you will find out that that particular index has been deleted. So right now I can't show you that how this indexing improves the performance, because I don't having that much large data set right now. But this is how indexing works and how this will be benefiting your whole of the querying optimization scenarios. So what this is all about, this whole video. And if any confusion, let me know into the comment section. And thank you so much guys for watching out the video. See you in the next one.